So, in perhaps the most unsurprising news of the day, the tide, well, it just keeps on rolling. And today we need to break down the newest addition to Alabama's recruiting class, three-star linebacker out the state of Georgia, Luke Metz, and why this is an exciting win. But before we can, as always, y'all know the drill. I have got to hear from you. Hop down to the comments, give me a Y for yes or an N for no. Are you excited about Luke Metz committing to Alabama? And let me know what you're thinking. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, hit that bell notification. I do constant college football content. You don't want to miss any of it. And if you enjoyed the content, be sure to like and comment down below. As those interactions seem small, they truly are massive to content creators such as myself, and both getting picked up and maintained by the YouTube algorithm. But having said all that, let's jump right into this. And if you've been keeping up with my content over here or on Bama Football on YouTube with Kyle Henderson, you'll know I've made it no secret. This is a player I really wanted in this class for Alabama. He's one of the players I'm going to be keeping up with throughout the entirety of this recruiting process. Because every year that I've done this, I've picked a handful of prospects. And I've said to all of you, hey, keep an eye out on this guy. No matter where he commits, this is going to be a guy that raises up the recruiting boards. He may be ranked right here, right now, but that's not where he's going to finish out in this cycle. You can bet money on it, and Luke Metz is absolutely one of those prospects. When you watch his game, there's no shortage of things to love. He is a versatile athlete who's able to use his size, speed, and athleticism to his advantage at every turn of the game. Whether he's playing off ball or rushing off the edge, he finds success. And one thing that I love to see, this is a guy who stands 6'3", 210 pounds, and has an 11,600-meter dash as a junior in high school. So like I said, he has got the athleticism you love to see. And if you are an Alabama fan, you've got to be excited about the way they're recruiting the linebacker position. Not only did they get Luke Metz this weekend, but they also got a preferred walk-on from Cathy, a three-star linebacker slash athlete. And whenever you have guys like that, with that type of ability coming to your institution, and now you're stacking these wins at the linebacker slash athlete position, you got to be excited. Because this new staff, that was a major question. And I know I've continued to say it, but I have to continue answering the major question that was levied at the feet of all Alabama fans. Will this new staff be able to recruit? And though it is still very early results are very positive. Not alone in terms of guys pulling the trigger and committing. We have to understand, it's still March. There is still nothing but time and opportunity between now and National Signing Day. So there are several prospects that have visited Alabama, have loved their visits, but in their mind, they want to go through their recruiting process, take the other visits, take their official visits, see what's out there before making their decision. And I have no problem with that. But Alabama has been able to move the needle in a really positive direction for several of the nation's top prospects. And they are flying up the recruiting board. Because there was a tweet that went out in January and everybody was laughing at Alabama. They had the top 25 recruiting classes in the nation. And the majority of the comments were, where is Alabama? I can't find Alabama. Well, now, if you're looking for Alabama, they rank number 6 per 24/7 Sports rankings, and they're a top 5 recruiting class per On3. So it didn't take them long to be able to be seen once again. This new staff is really hitting the trail hard, and it's encouraging to see. They have had several of the nation's top prospects, including several of the nation's top prospects this weekend at Alabama, and loved their time. 5-star running back Jordan Davidson is a player to watch. David Sanders is in attendance this weekend. So Alabama recruiting is in a really interesting spot right now, and they are on a hot streak. One of the things we've talked about extensively is FOMO, and how FOMO is prevalent in society. We see it all the time with the Stanley Cups, for instance. Those Stanley Cups come out and everybody has to have them. You see people running over each other at Target, and personally, I'm wondering why there aren't Division II or Division III coaches out there offering offers to some of these people barreling over each other to get the Stanley Cup. Nonetheless, the fear of missing out is also prevalent in recruiting. If you hear a 5-star guy start talking about, hey, I was out in Tuscaloosa and that environment, it's infectious right now. They're doing some awesome things. Like I'm really going to have to reevaluate where I'm looking at playing college football because they gave me a lot to think about. If you're a 4-star prospect and maybe you weren't considering Alabama anymore because Nick Saban wasn't there, now all of a sudden you're sitting there thinking, wait, what's going on over there? We know the Alabama brand is an incredibly powerful brand. But what exactly is going on over there? I myself have got to go hear the pitch. So, for Alabama fans, if I had to guess, you are going to continue seeing some of the nation's top players pour in throughout the weeks to see what all this hype is about, because hype can be a very powerful tool if you're able to capitalize on it. And right now, this staff is capitalizing on hype, and that's exciting to see. But I can't wait to hear from all of you. Hop down to the comments. Let me know what you think about this addition. I love Luke Metz. I love his game. I think this is a fantastic addition to Alabama's recruiting class, and this is a guy that I really do believe will end up as a 4-star when it's all said and done. I think he's going to be squarely within the top 300 prospects in all of high school football, and I'm really excited to revisit this take once National Signing Day comes around and all the rankings are finalized and we can get a complete understanding of where he ended up. But at the end of the day, stars and rankings, they don't matter. Offers are a far greater indication as to what these college coaches think about these kids. And Luke Metz is a guy with a ton of powerful offers. And on top of that, if the coaches are evaluating these guys and they say, hey, I don't care if you're a 0-star, I don't care if you're a 2-star, 3-star, 4-star, or 5-star, you can play ball, well, then you're going to trust that evaluation because those are the guys that are getting the job done. So I can't wait to hear from all of you. You already know I'm super fired up about this win. Can't wait to see what happens next for the Alabama Crimson Tide, and I can't wait to hear from all of you. Hop down to the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. That's it. See ya.